Should introduce ourselves this time.
It goes without saying.
Does it though?
No, it doesn't. I'm Cameron. And he's taking a drink.
This kind of smelled like a toot when I opened it up. Welcome everybody to Two Brothers, Five Things. I'm your host, Roman.
And I'm your host, Cameron.
And we're the Johnson Brothers, and this show is pretty simple format. It is called Two Brothers, Five Things, and it's where we bring our top five list of whatever thing that we are talking about today.
Yeah, and we encourage everyone, as always, play along.
Play along.
Yeah.
It couldn't be easier to play along with a game like this.
It's just like, what do I like? What are my top five things in that category? And today's category specifically is guilty pleasure songs.
Guilty pleasure songs. Yeah. Now, for my category...
They're not just good songs.
Not just good songs.
Guilty pleasure songs.
Here's my filter, because guilty pleasure, everyone has a different, we didn't even talk about this, but everyone has a different idea of what a guilty pleasure song is. For me, it's one that I frequently go back to and listen to make me feel something, but I would not want other people to know that I'm listening to that song.
That just flew out of your mouth. That was weird. For me, it was half of that, what you just said. It's just songs that I wouldn't like to be caught while I was singing. Because then they know it's been on my mind.
Yeah. These are songs that I would blare in the car. I have, in fact, one of them I blared in the car yesterday by myself.
Oh.
And I'm going to be open about it. I'm going to be honest.
Yes.
I'm always going to be real.
Big thing for me is these, as always, one of the things that gets things on my top five lists is how many times I have either listened to or watched the thing over my whole life. So that's kind of how I got to this.
That's good.
I may not necessarily listen to these all the time right now.
Yeah.
But they still pop into my head every now and then.
They pop into your head. And also with this show, this is how we're always going to do it. I don't know how you've done it yet. I mean, we're early in the show. But we're never going to Google. Okay? When we come up with a top five reason or top five things, top five whatever, five things, we're never going to Google and then see what the top five and put those
what
on.
everyone else's five things are.
Guilty pleasure songs, because you're going to have a million that come top to Google. No Googling. This is through the lens of our life experiences.
No Googling.
No Googling.
Yeah.
No Googling. So I would encourage you.
So same to you.
Yeah, don't do it. And like Cameron said, do it yourself. Comment. Wherever you're watching this, comment, leave a review, and even
smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell. But put your little five in there even before you hear ours, so you're not influenced by ours. Well, just go ahead and comment right now with your five.
Seems odd. I mean, they don't even know if they like this show yet.
Okay, well you can
watch the whole thing.
You can give it a little time.
Just be thinking about it.
Okay, we're going guilty pleasure songs. Any other announcements we should make before we get into this?
Probably not.
Housekeeping, as they say in the business.
None that I can think of. How about you?
No, I think we should get right into it.
All right, sweet. Who should go first?
This card is blank.
Wow.
I will go first.
Why was that card there?
Again, as always, we start at number 5.
Yep. Work our way up
to number 1. And also, typically, we'll have some honorable mentions.
It'd be pretty anticlimactic if we started at our number 1.
Show business 101.
Yeah.
Build up to the number 1.
Keep the people wanting more.
Yes. Yeah. And in my number 1, you're going to want to stick around for that. Because maybe I'll even sing a little bit of it for you.
I probably won't. I actually might on mine.
We have to actively keep Cameron from singing. So. Okay, one disclaimer before I get into these. A lot of them, for me, is 90s.
This is like the 4th disclaimer you've put on this.
90s R&B.
Yeah.
I find myself going back to 90s R&B and soul music a lot.
Yeah. People don't normally listen to that now.
I mean, I don't know. It kind of depends on where you're at. I mean, white guys in the Midwest, though, I don't know. Probably not typically. But we grew up listening to stuff because my dad, who is also very white like us, from Arkansas originally, for whatever reason, and Dad, you're probably watching this right now, he's super into R&B music.
And I thought that was normal.
We're talking like, and we're not talking like just like the hits.
Yeah.
He had the CDs. We're talking Keith Sweat, Brian McKnight, some of the R&B heroes of the 90s. Yeah. So we grew up kind of listening to that stuff. Didn't think it was weird, but it's
until we listened to our friends' music.
Yeah.
And realized.
And their dads listened to like the Eagles and like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Journey.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
I'm not a rock and roll guy, really.
Yeah. So we have kind of an interesting blend of flavors growing up. So, number 5.
Any more disclaimers before we get started?
Let me think. No. Number 5. All right. I'm going Ignition Remix by R. Kelly. Okay?
That's so good. That's such a good song.
From the first note, that's the sound that you make when you hear it. Now, usually I don't do this, but let me break a little piece of the remix. Now, I'm not trying to be fruit. Okay.
Sorry.
It's great. And a little fun fact about this song. So, this would have been in like 2008, maybe 2009. Jared, my best friend, you'll hear me mention him a lot probably. Yeah. We were throwing a party for his business, a big old blowout party. He detailed cars. We had this big party, and we both worked at a church full time. He had this, at the time, he had this business on the side, and we invited a ton of church people to this party. This was not a church event. This was just a New Year's party, and we hired a guy named Eric Donaldson. Eric, if you're watching.
He's probably not.
I'm just going to assume that these people are watching. Yeah. To play some like acoustic music as people were coming in. I mean, this party was legit.
Bumping.
This was,
as they say.
Whenever the party was, it was the same year as Kanye released the album 808s and Heartbreak, because I remember we had that playing on loop as we were setting up for the party.
That makes sense.
I was helping him set up.
Stands to reason.
His bestie, we're in there setting up. And there was a big discussion, big controversy. Mm-hmm. Eric was going to sing Ignition Remix. And we thought, that's pretty edgy.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd that's going to be here,
they won't know what to do with themselves.
They'll be very offended if they hear an acoustic rendition of an Ignition Remix.
And were
sung
they?
By Eric Donaldson. I actually, I don't remember if he actually went through with it. We might have axed it. No, but I think he did.
Pulled the old ripcord.
Eric, leave a comment. I know you're watching. Leave a comment. Let me know. Did you sing this at the Shine and Dime Christmas party or New Year's party 2009?
Circa 2009. You know what I've always wondered?
Yeah.
What the regular Ignition song sounds
It's not really out there. It's got to be out there somewhere. It's probably real slow.
The fact that the remix to Ignition always pops into people's heads. But
I'm not trying to be rude, but hey, pretty girl. It's probably like that pace.
Yeah, it's probably really slow and boring.
R. Kelly really cranked it up for this.
Speaking of R. Kelly, one of my honorable mentions, R. Kelly, Trapped in the Closet, Chapter 11, You're Welcome.
Okay, yes. Yeah. If you're anywhere near the internet right now and you want to...
Just pause this video.
Just waste 10 minutes?
I would say that Trapped in the Closet Chapter 11 is probably only 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Just one chapter.
The whole album.
Yeah. You want to waste a day, though.
If you want to waste a whole hour, listen to the whole Trapped in the Closet R. Kelly album, because it's the same song over and over again with the same melody but with different lyrics.
Yeah.
Tells a story that's just so ridiculous. Chapter 11, is it Chapter 11?
Chapter 11.
Chapter 11, if you want to just get the peak, go to Chapter 11.
You're welcome. Just first off.
This cream soda smells like Toots.
Stop sniffing it.
Does anybody else leave a comment? Do you think cream soda smells like Toots?
We know that you like the smell of Toots because you keep on going in for more. So anyway, my number 5 was a little song called "I Want It That Way."
Ooh,
the old Backstreet Boys.
BSB.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good boy band.
I am too. Yeah.
And
it's because of our R&B roots.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That's where they have R&B roots, but mixed with a little pop flair.
And you'll find "I Want It That Way" working itself into pop culture.
Fire, the one. I'm not a great singer. You're gonna learn this about me, but it doesn't stop me from trying.
Sorry.
It's too late.
Yeah.
There's a great scene in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's what I was about to reference.
Yeah, if you ever want to just watch a scene of a show, Just YouTube. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I Want It That Way.
Yeah, you don't even need to watch the whole thing. Just literally, it's a cold open.
Self-contained, great bit.
Yeah, and that's kind of the main reason this often still comes into my mind is that one scene of that show, which is great.
I feel like we should address the elephant in the room, which is that someone's mowing the lawn next door.
I think. Or there's planes swooping down on us. It's pretty
definitely
loud.
some lawn care happening, but you know what? This is middle of the day.
Hey.
Oh, I forgot to do my intro.
We're not here being super
I forgot to say Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody.
It's a little late now.
That's right.
No, it happens.
I was going to make it a thing. Maybe I'll just let it die.
Yeah, I guess that's the end of that thing.
I'll just let it die.
But yeah, that's my number 5.
I like it.
I
number
want it
5.
that way. Keeping it short on that one.
Number 4.
Stop licking your fingers. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Okay, so this is a little bit of a curveball. This is more of an upbeat.
Tell me more.
But I would definitely be a little ashamed of listening to it with around other people. And it is Fergalicious by Fergie.
Fergalicious definition.
4, tres, 2, uno. And then the beat on the jam is hot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Black Eyed Peas or if it's, I think it's just Fergie.
It might just be Fergie.
It's just Fergie. It's their solo project.
Yeah.
I frequently mention to my wife whenever she goes to her workout class, we quote it and say, "Working on my fitness."
That's a pretty short reference.
That's not a very good anecdote, no. But it's a deep cut.
What's the F to the E?
To the E.
Wait.
E-R-G. She spells it.
She spells Fergalicious, I think. And I don't know how to spell it, apparently.
I also don't know. I didn't know if it was L-I-S-C for licious or L-I. I think that's right. Fergalicious.
There's no S in licious.
Moving on.
To
What's
mine.
Your 4? Man, that lawn care. I'm sorry, guys.
It might be my lawn.
Guys.
It is so loud.
Let me see this.
Just check it out. Does my lawn look like it's being cut?
It's tough to say. I think it is.
Huh, interesting.
First world probs.
Yeah, that's something I don't do myself. Whoops. Don't worry, it's not my wife down there cutting the lawn. I do hire someone to do it.
You're stimulating the economy.
Yeah.
Way to be.
Just trying to create more jobs. I should run for president.
Cameron for president.
Cameron 2024, or whenever the next election is. My next song is a little song called Popular from the musical Wicked. As performed by Kristen Chenoweth.
Okay.
I love show tunes. You know, the more I grew up, I realized I'm a sucker for a good musical. I love them. And this one specifically is just so great. She's just singing and having lots of fun. Seems like a fun time.
Have you actually seen the play though?
Be popular.
Have you seen the play though?
No.
You've never seen
the play?
Not
in person, no. I've listened to the whole soundtrack, though.
My guess would be it would have more impact if you'd seen the play.
Which is how I feel about most musicals.
Because
I've never gone... I've gone to, like, ballets, but never a musical. Wait.
We should set new top 5 for the future. Bucket list items.
Bucket lists. Anyway, but that, for me, I would want to see... I would want to see the Broadway musical Hamilton in New York. That would be amazing.
Cliche much?
Yeah. Have you listened to it?
Yeah, actually,
I've had a lot of conversations about this. If you don't like Hamilton, there's something you just don't like creativity, in my opinion. Like there is nobody.
Or you just don't like hip hop.
Nope. There is no reason you should not like the musical Hamilton.
What if you're really turned off by hip hop?
I guess that's one reason, but that's the only reason.
Some people just don't like the fast lyrics and the beats.
It's not just hip hop.
And the loud music and the beats and all the
if you've never watched
hippity hop.
Get on to is it on Disney Plus? Is it still there?
Not a sponsor.
Oh.
All right.
That's a way to shut that down. All right.
I got a hitch in my side. Is it from the Is it
from that lawnmower sound?
The stinky cream soda?
Stop sniffing it. Jeez.
I feel like it's made with sulfur water. This is a weird experience. You want to smell it?
No, stop.
Smell it.
I just drank one.
Smell.
Oh.
Doesn't it?
It smells like dudes.
I thought that was crazy.
That is so toot-like, it's ridiculous.
What is going on with this?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be drinking it. Does it taste normal?
No, it definitely tastes like Toots. I think it's made with some kind of like sulfury water.
I literally just drank one of those today. Didn't taste like Toots, but I never really taste Toots.
Somebody comment, have you ever had a Zevia cream soda and that tasted like Toots?
That's a good comment. I can't wait to read that.
Number 3. Return of the Mac, Mark Morrison.
Oh.
Return of the Mac. Now once again, Return of the Mac. Oh, Mac.
Have you seen that old Burger King commercial for the Mac and Cheetos?
No.
But it's like, Return of the Mac and Cheetos.
Is it actually Mark?
Oh my God.
Is it Mark Morrison? Or is it like a parody?
I think it's a parody.
Okay.
Because it's like Chester Cheetah.
Is it from the 90s?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Man, if you've never watched that commercial, just type in Return of the Mac and Cheetos on YouTube. It's amazing. Marketing has not really gone anywhere since that day.
You would think that they would have been for mac and cheese. That would make so much sense.
Yeah, well, it was the mac and Cheetos item at Burger King.
Oh.
It was like this. I don't even know how to describe. It was like a Cheeto, but on the inside was mac and cheese, but like outside of it was breading. I don't understand.
It sounds terrible.
It sounds very unhealthy. But I will say the commercial's pretty incredible. It's just the music video, but then they add in Chester Cheeto.
Return of the Mac is just an absolute jam.
Yes.
It's a 90s favorite.
But I wouldn't even. That's not a guilty pleasure
You're
song.
Right. I don't know why you don't have to be.
Hey, never feel guilty for listening to Return of the Mac.
You're right. I don't know why it's on here. It's just it felt right.
Roman cheated on this.
What's your number 3, dog?
Mine is actually a guilty pleasure. It is the Wham Rap by Wham. Have you ever heard that song?
Oh, Wham Rap.
Bam, I am the man. You know?
Yes, that is a very terrible, terrible song.
And is why it's a guilty pleasure. But when they start rapping, oh, man, it is just incredible. The Wham Rap is pretty amazing. I remember discovering that and just seeing the music video and thinking, this is horrible. But then I watched it again.
Yeah.
And it was still bad. So then I watched it a third time and I realized this is just a bad song, but I'm in love with this song. And it's so good.
Probably 96.
George Michael rapping is not great.
Probably 96% of the people that are watching this have never seen the Wham Rap. And so, again, push pause, open up a new tab.
Yeah.
Watch the Wham Rap. It's well worth your time.
Yeah, it is so worth your time.
It's just, I think it's when rap was just becoming kind of like coming on the scene. And so these pop stars were trying to incorporate it into their lineup, if you will.
Such as George Michael.
George Michael rapping. It's pretty great. It's worth another watch. I haven't seen it in years.
It's so good.
Okay. This is where things started to get difficult for me.
Yeah.
Between number 1 and number 2, if I'm being straight up.
Same here.
I couldn't decide which one to do as the top. I went for which one moves me to the brink of tears. Put that at number 1. I'm being 100% serious.
I'm here for it. What's the song?
Number 2, Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You.
Oh, man.
Just
we're not even
power ballad.
We're not even going to try to sing it. That's how good
that would be
she is.
Disrespectful to try and sing
because we're not good at that.
As power ballad as it gets right here. Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You starts off a cappella and then just doesn't stop.
Yeah,
it is relentless.
It's the kind of song that like right now it's so hard not to just bust into song.
I can't even attempt. I don't have the range.
It's hard.
No, you might have the range. No, Cameron. We're not going to compare Cameron to Whitney Houston, the best singer of all time, arguably.
Well, no comparison.
So, R.I.P. R.I.P. Whitney.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Real sad.
Because she's dead?
No, I definitely didn't say that. I said it's no comparison, and it sounded like I was saying that I'm way better than Whitney Houston, and then I said because she's better.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But it's also no comparison because she's dead. There's no comparison regardless.
Great song. Will move me to the brink of tears if I sometimes. This is the one I played yesterday, driving home actually I was hanging out with you, and just
needed a good
felt
cry.
Right.
Needed a good
I didn't cry that time, but I'm not going to say I haven't.
Yeah,
Whitney Houston.
Great song.
I Will Always Love You.
For me, really number 2 is just any Boys to Men song, but I had to write one down, so I put On Bended Knee.
On Bended Knee.
Yeah, real good song. But
Come on, you know I'll Make Love to You is the best one.
But yeah, I know, but still.
You didn't want to be that guy?
Well, actually, to me, I actually really like Boyz II Men's album Thank You. And it's so good. Also, Motown Philly, wonderful. Ooh, Ah. There's so many good songs. So most people, whenever they think Boyz II Men, they're like, oh yeah, all these power ballads. And then there's like that guy that's like, oh baby, you know I love you. And he just like goes into this super deep voice mid-song. But for me... But for me, Boyz II Men, whenever they were doing the upbeat songs,
Boyz II Men,
ABC, BBD,
Boyz II Men. The thing about that,
family.
okay, so Boyz II Men, they're actually I sent you that little documentary. Did you watch it?
No.
Okay, it's a Netflix thing about Boyz II Men, whatever.
I mean, I did.
But their breakout hit was the song. It's like a meta thing. Their breakout hit was that song singing about their name and about themselves.
Yeah.
Boyz II Men. We're from Philly. We're coming here to make it
Never
big.
skipped a beat.
Yeah,
singing
so it's
on
like
South Street.
Yeah. So it's like it's just kind of funny. They're not singing about anything except for themselves.
Jet black Benz, plenty of friends, and all the Philly steaks you can eat. I don't remember if that's the word. I think it's in all the Philly steaks you can eat. But it's a great song. But yeah, their Thank You album is a really, really good album. Am I speaking too loud?
I was turning down the wrong one the whole time. so I'm like turning yours lower and lower.
I'm just getting louder and louder.
You might have been clipping a little bit.
Hey,
sorry, everybody.
I'll try to keep it down.
Sorry, everybody.
But
okay.
Yeah, anything from Boyz II Men is really high up there.
I'm a big fan of Boyz II Men's Christmas songs.
They are really good. All of them.
Clean cut, those ones.
Yes.
Okay, and then now that brings us to number one. I don't think we have the same number one today.
I guarantee you we don't have the same number one.
This one is... I'm just going to say it. It's...
Come on now.
My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
Wow.
From Titanic.
You really went direction.
I went sentimental.
Sentimental, sad.
I meant sad. I want to feel something when I'm playing the song. So I actually... This was probably 2 weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah.
No, probably about a month ago. I watched Titanic.
Yeah.
It's due for a rewatch every few years. Yeah. It's such a great movie.
Yeah.
A guilty pleasure movie, you could say, because it's like kind of like romantic.
Hey, we'll get to those.
But it's so good. List. It's just so good.
There was definitely room on that door.
I mean, it's like the most epic movie. It broke ground, ton of Oscars, great movie. But the song
and created such a buzz about that door.
What door? Oh yeah, the door.
So much room on that door.
There's a lot of room on that door. And
to this day, people argue about how.
I wonder if it was because of the weight that would sink it.
It was a giant wooden door.
I don't know, man. But so I actually, after I watched it, I just got really into the song. I've always been into it. I've always liked it. Yeah. But I watched.
Always loved it.
I YouTubed different renditions. I watched a full cello performance of My Heart Will Go On and On.
Play me a good cello.
We'll link to it in the description. I don't know if we will. That takes a lot of work to do that kind of stuff.
Find that.
And just listen to a bunch of live performances of Celine Dion singing it, because it'll get you in your heart, your belly strings. It'll pull on your belly strings.
Nobody says that. And for good reason. That was really weird.
From the opening note, you just pictured Jack and Rose and their young love in Jack's, spoiler alert, death.
All right. That means it's time for my number one pick. Stop sniffing the can.
It is the weirdest thing.
It smells
Has
like...
Has it ever happened to anybody?
No. You've already asked them that, but...
Got some bad water here.
Yeah, that's rough. It definitely smelled like toots. My number one is from a little band that is seemingly unheard of, called Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Oh, Marky
Mark. It's the song Good Vibrations. Back when Mark Wahlberg was, I don't know what to call him. A rapper?
I mean, he was definitely a rapper.
Yeah.
I mean there's no way around that.
Yo, it's about that time to bring forth the rhythm and the rhyme. I'm going to get mine, so get yours. I want to see sweat coming out your pores. Yeah. At one point in the song, he says... the vibration's good like sun-kissed. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've had sun-kissed lately.
It's a very mediocre
So basically
beverage.
What he was saying is like, Yeah, I mean, it's all right. Like, the vibration's okay. It's a good vibration. It's not a great... Yeah, it's just like...
the only reason he says Sunkiss is to rhyme with the next line, which is making you want to know who done this.
Yeah.
And then you want to know who done this.
And then he gets really anti-drug.
Yeah, anti-drugs.
He says, no need for weed, I'm anti. DRUGGIE, my body is healthy. My rhymes make me wealthy.
Yes.
And the Funky Bunch helps me.
Yes.
Yeah, it's such... Word to your moms.
Oh, the wordplay.
Yeah, it's so good.
Marky Mark. Yeah, you think he regrets? He's got regrets?
He
probably lost his career, though.
He literally didn't... He wouldn't talk about it whenever he was asked in interviews about being Marky Mark. He's just like, next question. So I'd assume he doesn't care for that.
It probably made him so much money, though.
But nowadays, I bet you he's fine with it. He seems like a pretty chill guy.
He's probably chill about it.
He makes some really good movies. Spencer Confidential.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. You're welcome on the show anytime.
Hey, we love you, and we stand by your performance in all of it.
And when you come to our episode,
yeah, you want to make it big, you come here on this show.
We're gonna do top 5, 5 best songs from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Well, that's just mean. I have the vinyl, the record of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Oh wow!
And it has played many a time on my record player. So, but it's
you're one of those guys.
Well, it just seemed like a cool thing to have.
Yeah. And you got like 6 records?
No, I've got like at least 30.
Oh,
yeah. Wow. I had a lot of records. I got like really into using a record player just because it seemed awesome. But it's such a hassle.
It's a hassle.
It's like having a DVD player. You're never going to watch DVDs now that streaming's a thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I can't stream something, I'm not about to go put in a DVD. Because if I want to binge watch a show, that means like every few hours, I have to get up and change the disc.
Disgusting.
It's the same thing. You got to flip over the vinyl. But anyway, yeah, all that to say, Good Vibrations, Marky Mark. My
Good
number
Vibrations
1,
is a solid pick.
Still so good.
Yeah, I think it moves us to the honorable mentions.
Yeah, I think
we're gonna rip through these. So a little backstory about me. I am a DJ technically. Used to be.
All right.
Pick up the occasional gig here and there, just for funsies. But
and for munsies.
DJ. Yeah, and basically for munsies.
For funsies and munsies.
Yeah, I did it for like 10 years, so I have a very deep list of archives of music in my brain and heart.
I vividly remember. But this was like before you could like stream music and you had to own the music. Around the LimeWire ages.
LimeWire.
Yeah, so good. You had this, and this might have been like close to streaming time, but you had all of your DJ music on that, just like on one computer, and I downloaded it all onto my iPad. And I had so much good music on that iPad. Yeah. Big Willie style. Yeah. I listened to that record over and over. And the reason he's not on here is that's not a guilty pleasure. I am proud that I love that album. It's such a good album.
You got, Miami's on there getting jiggy with it. Among others.
And so on and so forth.
What was the one with the sun?
The one with the sun was, all I remember is the line, trying to be a tough dad, but you're making me laugh.
Yeah.
Remember that line?
I do. Hey, do your Boyz II Men deep voice impression again.
Why? Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. That's just not that deep.
It was really good when you did it before.
Well, hey, baby. Hey, baby. You know that I love you. And it's so just amazing. Yeah, I loved... what was that guy's name? There was Nathan, there was Wanye, there was Sean.
And the other guy.
And a guy that broke his back and ended up leaving Boyz II Men.
I don't think anyone knows anything about Boyz II Men as much as you.
Like I said, guilty pleasure.
Honorable mentions, I Swear, All for One. And I swear... by the moon and the stars in the skies. I'll be there.
Oh, sorry. I'll be there.
Smooth.
Yeah.
By Santana.
Okay. Ooh, Santana.
Yeah. Smooth by Santana and like the Matchbox 20 guy. I don't remember his name, but had a great...
just like the ocean. Under the moon, it's the same as the emotion that I get from you.
Okay, I see.
Right, yeah.
This episode is getting out of hand.
When
you start going on runs,
you're gonna hate this.
we gotta tame it.
Sorry, guys, I got the runs.
If anything by Sugar Ray.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
And then It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock.
Yeah.
It takes two to make a thing go right. Whenever that rap comes in on that song, I can't help myself. I have to dance.
You gotta do it.
That's my honorable mentions.
My honorable mentions, I forgot to write on a card, but I already mentioned one of them, R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, Chapter 11. If you've listened to it by now, you're laughing with us, not at us. Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen.
Okay.
It's a great song. It actually is. And I originally was putting Good Time by Owl City and Carly Rae Jepsen, but that's just a bop. It's just a good song.
There's some of these songs, some of the songs you're mentioning, and a lot of songs in general are tainted in my heart and mind because I've played them so much as a DJ that it's like I can't.
Well, you probably haven't played that one song by Ja Rule is what I wrote down, but I could not remember the name of it.
Rainy Days?
All of those rainy days.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's Mary J. Blige in Ja Rule. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
little rain starts coming down.
Yeah, and so
Rule, baby.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. His voice.
Smile.
Yeah.
It's just those
and
rainy
then
days.
last but not least was Bop. Yeah, a little callback to another episode.
Hanson.
It's just my way of making amends, Hanson.
We love you, Hanson.
Guys.
We're gonna get you on the show, Hanson.
I vividly remember hearing Bop for the first time. We were sitting outside of one of Dad's gyms.
His business in Springfield. That was on the radio.
Yeah, and we're sitting in the back of the vehicle, and all of those garage doors were open, and I'm just hearing Bop, and I'm like, what is this amazing song?
This is music my young ears have never beheld.
These are three brothers? This could be me and my brothers.
We could be the three brothers.
I can't tell you how many times I saw multiple brothers and thought, this could be us.
But it never more real than when we saw the movie Three Ninjas
Kickback.
Three Ninjas Kickback. Yeah. A great film.
Yeah, wonderful film.
But it's basically three brothers that are martial artists.
Yeah.
And one of them's name is Colt.
Which is our brother's
name. Yeah. And we all are martial artists and grew up doing martial arts and are black belts, and they were all black belts or whatever. Yeah. And they wouldn't do they didn't fought crime together.
Well, and Three Ninjas Kickback, one of them was a blue belt, one of them was a green belt, and the other one was a yellow belt.
That's a deep cut.
Because that was the color of their uniform.
Yes.
It was a great movie.
If you want to just
I think it's on Netflix. You can probably go watch it.
Yeah.
I actually think it is on Netflix.
You got our rec. You got our official rec. Three Ninjas Kickback.
But don't get mad at us when you hate it, because it was definitely very specific to us.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think. Do you have any other honorable mentions?
No, I think no.
No. Yeah, that's good. I think this has been a very productive conversation.
Yeah, I loved it.
Again, we want you to comment with yours.
Sorry we sang so much. You just, when you're talking about these songs,
you can't help yourself.
You can't just say something about
them. I do feel like we did a decent job at singing I Swear.
Yeah.
It felt kind of okay.
Yeah.
And
we maybe rushed it because we were just kind of uncomfortable both singing together, because we don't do that.
No,
really.
We don't. I think we could get there.
Still good.
Hanson, give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call. Give us some pointers, and we'll
get them on the show.
We'll scratch your back, you scratch ours, and then we'll sing.
Exactly.
In that scenario, I guess I was actually talking about scratching backs. Sorry about that. That was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Definitely subscribe. And this podcast is super fun for us. Hopefully it's fun for you. If it is, tell somebody about it.
And if it's not, turn it off. Why are you still watching?
We don't need you.
Whoa, hey. we want you here, though. That's the important thing.
Hands in. Brothers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Brothers!